It's like a Hollywood breakup. It's what Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Um, I'm devastated. I really don't care. Um, I find it, as a Trump supporter and an Elon Musk supporter and a Republican, conservative, I guess you could say. Um, I do find American that too. I find it a little um, it's a bit embarrassing. It's stupid. It's very stupid. But the comic in me, the comedy broadcaster in me, I don't want to do what I did yesterday with my hair. It was crazy. Um, Finds it hilarious. I am laughing at this. You know, seeing it all go down. I'm finding it hilariously funny. This Elon Musk Donald Trump thing. Can't get enough of it. I'm refreshing my screen every couple of minutes just to see. Elon just posted another one here mere minutes ago. Anyway, Elon's latest thing: Trump's tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of the year. Uh, he's scorched earth. He's going scorched earth, mental patient, um, uh, Asperger's. He, Now he's just jumping on everything. He had a previous tweet which said that Trump was on the Epstein list. this this is all stemming from, or at least publicly, there could be plenty going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. But publicly, what we're being led to, yeah, that's it. Time to drop the really big bomb. The real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been released. Have a nice day, DJT. Uh, this guy's just lost his mind, and Trump already is a nut. Like, Trump's a narcissist. He's a mental patient. We know this. I voted for him. Don't care. Think it's great to have a lunatic in the White House. But the two of these guys, you know, bashing antlers like this, oh, you couldn't ask for more entertainment value than this. You know, thinking back, come on, UFC. They're sitting next to each other. Air Force One coming out, and Musk has a little X on his shoulders, and Trump takes him introducing him to world dignitaries and leaders. And now, boy, a couple of little things happen, and it has gone to DEFCON 1. We are at DEFCON 1, flush the bombers, because these two are Dunsky. And anyone thinking it's a work, like, this isn't a podcast. This isn't the Dabbleverse. This is the President of the United States and the richest man in the world. It's you're not Kevin Brennan. These are Stuttering John. It's not a work. They wouldn't go to the extent, the accusations that Donald Trump is on the Epstein list wouldn't be something they throw out for a little work or to distract people or something. You know, this, I believe, here's what happened. You got two guys that are completely enamored with themselves, very powerful people. One is the leader of the free world. The other one is the richest man in the free world, in the world, actually. And you got a couple of personalities that don't like to be told what to do, don't like to lose. And, they joined forces during the election process, the campaigning. Musk was out there campaigning for Trump, and some of the very important, what do they call them? I don't know. I don't know what they call them. States, swing states, in some very important swing states. And, Trump seemed to like it. He's out there. He's getting a good reaction. And they were pals. The election happens. He's there at the inauguration. He's in the Oval Office a lot. And he makes him head of DOGE, the Department of Government, Economic, what? I don't know. Don't even care anymore. Don't care. DOGE. He's going to cut government spending. And he puts Musk in charge of that, and they start cutting things. And it's great. Everyone loves it. Musk is great. Trump is great. Make America great again. And then in the past, I can't really put my finger on it, but there's been a rift. You could tell. I think it started back when they just started hinting that maybe Elon was this wasn't a permanent position, and his time with Doge and the Trump administration could be coming to an end. And it seemed like that was a little forced. Like it wasn't a mutual agreement between Trump, his administration, and Elon. Hi, this is Anthony Cumia.
Hello, I'm Gavin McInnes.
And together we're Compound Censored.
And we would like you to subscribe with this deal using this promo code right below me right now.
Do it, because it's very entertaining. And then as we got closer to Elon not being with Doge anymore and getting back to business, look, he's got businesses to run. They have all suffered financially, especially during his absence as he was working with Doge. So it made sense. It wasn't like, oh, why is he leaving? It's like, yeah, it made total sense. But I think that was just a way to sell it. Because I think Elon wanted to stay in there and felt he had more work to do personally. He wanted to cut. Like, he's autistic. He gets on a mission and he sees like, oh, I could cut that. I could do this. And he just wants to keep doing it. And I think he was told by someone, or maybe even Trump, that, hey, we got this. We're done. And I think a big part of it was when he started mouthing off a bit about this big, beautiful bill, the bill that Trump wants passed. It has some tax cuts in there and has a bunch of stuff is in it. But the big part that Elon had a problem with was just trillions more dollars of debt that America will be in. It doesn't cut the budget. It's bloated. It's a big fat bill full of what Elon has called a lot of that pork for the Republicans, because this is the way it's always been. It's always been this way. The president and the Democrats, they come up with this bill, and then they all get a piece of it. All the Congress people, they look at it and go, that's a good bill. Let me make some little corrections on it if I can. My state will get this many billions because we want to do a high-speed rail. And then they draw it in, and then when all of them are done, it's trillions of dollars. And Elon's point was, no, we can't do this way. Now, the biggest problem was Elon was already out. at Doge. And even if he wasn't, he's in charge of Doge. Yeah, you could say there's a thing with trying to save money and cut spending because it's a giant spending bill. But Elon, I don't think anyone ever gave him the idea that he would have a say over bills and what bills get passed and what's in them. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But he's taken this very seriously and very personally. This is strictly business, Elon, and you're taking it very personally. So I get who fired the first kind of toxic salvo here. I think it was Elon. Elon starts on the big, beautiful bill, calling it a big, ugly bill. You can't have a big bill and a beautiful bill. You need a slender bill. He put out a tweet with a picture of the movie poster of Kill Bill. So he's been on the bill. And for the most part, Trump has kept quiet. When they ask him questions, he just says, hey, I respect Elon and what he's done with Doge, but this is our bill, and this is what we believe is best for America. And Elon just wouldn't stop on the bill on Twitter. And I mean, he's probably gets the single most views of anybody on Twitter when he posts. So he's really getting getting his word out to a lot of people. And finally, Trump had to say something. And I believe his first post was something to the effect of, look, Elon's great. We love what he did, but this bill is fantastic. And then other people in Trump's administration started maybe pushing back a little harder. Like, I don't know. President Trump was asked Thursday about it. And he goes, look, Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we do anymore, Trump said. He added that he was very disappointed in Musk. Yeah, he was very disappointed. Here's a couple of other things he said. He goes, Trump says he'd rather Musk criticize him than his mega bill. He's disappointed. Trump, said he was asked Thursday about Elon's relentless criticism of his massive tax and immigration bill. Musk argues the bill would undermine the goal of Doge to cut government spending and reduce the deficit. He hasn't said anything to me that was bad. I'd rather have him criticize me than the bill, Trump said. Well, because the bill is incredible. Trump went on to claim that Musk was upset because electric vehicle mandates are not in the legislation. Remember, he was here for a long time. You saw a man who was very happy when he stood behind the Oval desk, and even with the black eye, because the other day, remember, Elon had a black eye as he was in the Oval Office, and Trump was telling him what a great job he did, gave him a golden key, and pretty much told him to scram. And there was a lot of speculation as to whether Elon was drugged at the time because he was making odd faces and twitching and doing all kinds of weird things. So Trump said, Musk was upset because of the electric vehicle mandate not being in the legislation. He saw a man who was very happy when he stood behind the Oval desk, and even with the black eye, I said, do you want a little makeup? We'll get you a little makeup. But he said, no, I don't think so, which was interesting and very nice. He wants to be who he is, so you can make that statement too, I guess. I don't know where Trump was going with that one. I don't know where Trump was going with that. Other than Elon's black eye was due to something that was a little more to do with Trump and Doge and the bill and everything else. Why would Trump say anything about the black eye and you want a little makeup to cover that up? Unless he's kind of cucking him a little. Who knows? Maybe Trump clocked him. Maybe he got in Trump's face and was going, this bill is f***ing shit. You suck. You're a piece of f-. And Trump just clocked him in the eye or something. Want a little makeup for that? We'll put a little makeup on your face. And then he said, look, Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we will anymore, Trump said. He went on to say he was very disappointed in Musk. So, I mean, this started escalating then. And then Trump tweeted out, the easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that no one else wanted. That he knew for months I was going to do it. And he just went crazy. I mean, this is getting out of hand right here. So then, first Elon posted the thing about the Epstein file. He said, hey, I'll drop the bomb. You want to pop that tweet up, Sean? He wanted to drop the big bomb, which was implying, not even kind of loosely insinuating or so. He was saying that time to drop the really big bomb. Real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the reason they haven't been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. So he posted that. And that just right there, there's no coming back from that. That is the silos have opened. The missiles are on their way. That I don't think there's anything at this point that Elon can say to Donald Trump that will take that back in any way. So Elon's response to the statement about the government contracts, he wrote, in light of the president's statements about cancellation of my government contracts, SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. Now, the United States needs these. It needs the Dragon spacecraft to bring people to the space station, to put up certain satellites. NASA really isn't, I mean, every so often they put up a satellite, but Elon and SpaceX are the ones that have really been the mainstay of putting things in space for this country. And he's saying, hey, you want to cut my contracts? How about that? I'll just stop doing SpaceX. I'll decommission our ships, and that'll be that. I'll wash my hands of it. So, this has really escalated. And I think Trump's last post on Truth Social was, I guess, almost like he was taking the high road. Trump, maybe. Let's see. Oh, and then he almost says that Trump should be impeached. Someone wrote, President versus Elon, who wins? My money's on Elon. And then this guy wrote, Trump should be impeached and J.D. Vance should replace him. Musk just posts yes for this. Yes. Now, what does that necessarily mean? Does he mean that President versus Elon, who wins? My money's on Elon? Yes. Or the second part, Trump should be impeached and J.D. Vance should replace him? Yes. That's another big, I mean, Trump has been impeached twice. They try to put him in prison. Like, Trump isn't going to be one to take this as a little laugh, as a little humor. What was the last, you had the last post up from Trump. from Truth Social. There it is. I don't mind Elon turning against me, but he should have done so months ago. This is one of the greatest bills ever presented to Congress. It's a record cut in expenses. And he goes on just to talk about the bill, 68% tax. If it doesn't pass, there'll be a 68% tax increase, and things are far worse. And then he just says, make America great again. But the only Elon reference here is, I don't mind Elon turning against me, but he should have done so months ago. Is he implying here that Elon has been phony and has just been clinging to Trump for his own interest, and he should have told me months ago? I don't know. But the Democrats are loving this, just loving it. That Congressman Shri Thalander, Shri Thalander, that's taken up an impeach Trump thing. He's like, Elon, I'm glad we're on the same page for this one. Welcome to Team Impeach Trump. So I do not know what Elon thinks he's doing here. He could be right. I mean, this bill could be horrible, and it increases the deficit, and we pay interest on that. The taxpayers pay interest on that. It drives inflation, because if we can't pay the interest, we just print more money. It's devastating to the country. Now, Trump isn't the only one that's increased the deficit by trillions of dollars. Every president seems to do this. So, you know, it's not a new thing. But Elon can say this is a bill. That's fine. That's fine. But where is he going with this? With the personal attacks, and he's on Epstein's list, and impeach him. I don't think this bodes well for Elon. You know, you're going to get some Democrats that are going to be like, yay, good. Yeah, you go, Elon. Not a lot of them. They hate this guy. They hate this guy. They've called him a Nazi. They could say, hey, welcome aboard, but they don't welcome him. And all he's doing is burning bridges with a lot of Trump supporters. Not all of them. I see there's still a lot of support in Elon's corner on this topic. People are like, yeah, you know, I agree with Elon. Yeah, but I mean, we gotta look at what's happening here, and I don't think we necessarily have to choose a side. But you know, I got to stick with my president. Voted for Trump. I think Trump's bad shit. I think Trump's going a little batty. I don't deny that. Do you recall in any history of anywhere a situation like this where the president is in a public little battle? And I understand, look, we didn't have social media back in the day, and if there was a dispute between the president and a close associate, that was all done in secret, in private. And now you have social media, and perhaps the grown-ups in the room should know better than to vent that in a public forum like that. These should have been done on phone calls. These should have been phone calls or a meeting. Hey, Elon, you got an issue? I'll send a car for you. You come to the White House, and we shut ourselves in the Oval Office and figure this out. And come out smiling, shaking hands, regardless of what happened. Mutual respect for each other. But I am the president, and this is one of my bills, and I'm going to try my hardest to pass it. And I appreciate your candor and your opinions. You've done great things. but this is something we simply disagree on. And I would appreciate if we could keep this private and treat it like adults. But Trump can't do that either. Both of them are insane. They're nuts. They're crazy narcissists. And both of them probably have some form of Asperger's. I don't know. Yeah. There's something going on there. They have autism, both of them. They're on the spectrum. Like I said, I think anybody that that runs for the biggest office in the world, the presidency of the United States, has to be some narcissism in there, thinking you're the one suited for the job of the world. Oh, I need to take care of the world. Yeah, that's me. I'm good at this. So narcissism in and of itself isn't a disqualifier for the president. I think it's very natural and very common. But when it gets twisted with some other things, like immaturity and an inability to de-escalate a situation, boofa. But as I see it, I think Elon comes out on the bottom of this whole thing eventually. Right now, they both look really stupid. And I think maybe with that last tweet where Trump addressed Elon, said, well, this is disappointing, but here's the bill. Let's make America great again. I think someone got to him and said, what the fuck are you doing? Do not argue with this guy in public. Tell him, post something that just says, oh, well, but here's the bill we're working on, and act like a leader. But, the barn door's already been left open and the horses are out. People are getting a lot of mileage from this, a lot of entertainment from this, as am I. Look, you know me by now. I love a good monkey wrench. I love a good carelessly thrown monkey wrench into a machine full of moving gears and cogs and whatnot. So for me, this is great. But it looks bad. It looks bad. Oh, Donald, Elon, what are you doing? Let's see. Anything else? Let me check one more time. This is breaking news, so a little different than a normal day, because I do like talking about what's going on. So we'll just look. What was that? Steve Bannon calls for Elon. Emasculation. Oh, no. Could you zoom in a little? I can't quite see that. Yeah. 92, Trump partied with Jeffrey Epstein. Just going to leave this. Oh, no. He's starting to retweet and like posts that are old memes of Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, boy. What is Elon doing? What is he doing? And can Trump pull those reins back? Can he pull the reins back and not go back and forth with this? Elon is a businessman, richest guy in the world, owner of a few pretty important companies, but he isn't the president of the United States. With that office, with that title, you have to act a certain way. And even the way Trump has acted and the way people have said it's terrible and what he's done, I really didn't see that it was that bad. It was Trump being Trump. But if he continues going back and forth with Elon, it is a losing proposition. It is a losing proposition. He's got to just stop and concentrate on the bill, the presidency, immigration, getting people deported, just the business as usual. You lost your little buddy. You lost your little, you're not going to be making the fort out of the couch cushions in the Oval Office and having a sleepover with Elon anymore. It's done. He took his toys. He went home. And sometimes this happens with friends. Steve Bannon calls for Elon Musk to be deported and investigated for drug use, per the New York Times. So now you got Trump supporters just going balls out after Trump or after Elon. This is great. They should initiate a formal investigation of his immigration status because a formal investigation of his immigration status because I am of the strong belief that he is an illegal alien and should be deported from the country immediately, he said in a phone interview. Bannon said the Trump administration should also investigate Musk's drug use, as reported by the Times, and his effort to get a classified briefing on China from the Pentagon, which was also reported by the Times. All of a sudden now the Times is the go-to paper for Republicans, for Trump supporters. It's hilarious. It's like the New York Slimes, they were calling it yesterday, and now it's the paper of record. Bannon said Musk's security clearance should be suspended during these investigations. So that might happen. I could see whatever security clearances Musk was given, I could see Trump taking him away. I could see him doing that. That's a little spidey move. It's like a young couple having a little breakup. Their friends gather, you start on the other person. You didn't need him anyway. He wasn't good for you. We all wanted to tell you. Well, why didn't you say something? Because you were just in love. You got to find out for yourself. And then the other team is like, oh, screw him. Yeah, f*** him. He didn't deserve you. You gave him so much. And look how he returns it. It's junior high. This is a junior high relationship breaking up. It's, like I said, hilarious. Let's be honest, people. There are talks that Russia may use a tactical nuclear weapon in the Ukraine theater of operations. What do we? We're watching a broken-hearted junior high breakup go on between Trump and Elon. How do you not? How do you not love this? Oh, it's embarrassing. Breakups are embarrassing for everyone involved. It's just nasty business. Let's see. Bannon. Okay, that was the Bannon thing. Steve Bannon in March of 2023. Elon Musk is a total and complete phony. He is owned, lock, stock, and barrel by the Chinese Communist Party, and he acts like it. So we're seeing a lot of hindsight posts, a lot of people posting what people said years ago or maybe months ago. Babylon B, Trump torches Tesla dealership. That's funny. Come on. Babylon B could find humor in it. Take that, you Nazi. You're a Nazi. The falling out was inevitable. You don't land rockets backwards or get cars to drive by themselves by suffering fools gladly. I don't know what that means. Is that a saying? Oh, he was suffering fools gladly. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that great? Interview taped in March. Kill the bill. The Democrats Twitter says kill the bill and release the Epstein files. And just like that, Democrats are now demanding the Epstein files be released. Well played. See, people are kind of speculating that this is all choreographed to get the Democrats to release the Epstein files. But what do the Democrats have to do with releasing the Epstein files? Isn't that Trump's thing? Can't Trump and his Justice Department release those? So I don't know why people are going, oh, Trump and Elon are working this out. It's a big scheme to get the Democrats to release the Epstein files. Well, Trump could do that. That's the impression I'm under. And killing the bill, like, why would the Republicans want... The Democrats already want the bill killed. What good does that do? So I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It makes sense that people would want to speculate that it's a conspiracy because they love that. And everything is some type of 5D chess, you know. Let's see. Oh, Donald Trump Jr. is doing a podcast at 6, so I'm sure he's going to talk about this. Let's see what else. I think that's about everything. I think I'm up to date. I'll do one more refresh. Jim Norton, the sitting president of the United States and the richest man on earth are fighting on Twitter. Yeah, see? Jimmy sees the humor in this. Jimmy sees the humor in this. Yeah, he said no one, Trump goes, no one wanted to buy EVs anyway. They crash. He's like on Tesla. And by the way, I lost every gain I had made on Tesla in one day. In one day. I had months I was sitting on Tesla waiting for it to come back. It came back, and I couldn't see this coming. We couldn't see a public feud like this coming where threats are being made to pull government subsidies, and Elon's threatening to discontinue some SpaceX stuff. It is just tanked Tesla. Tesla dropped 17% today. 17% loss. I just wiped out my gains I had in Tesla. So, I'm not happy about that. But again, you got to weigh. It is funny. It gives me material. Lose a few grand. Funny. So, if you enjoyed that clip,
then subscribe to Compound Censored using this promo code.